right, here we are on the trail. As always, you cross the bridge as you're entering the Western Uplands, whether you're doing it from this end or the north end at Rain Lake. You can see here, look at the water. See how the seaweed's growing down there. Isn't that kind of cool? Looks like a lot of hair. But you can start to see a little bit of the fall colors coming through. And you can see it's cloudy now, but the forecast does call for some sun this afternoon. And hopefully some sun tomorrow. That would be nice. But whatever, it's not hot. That's a good thing here in Algonquin. Right here we come up to the fork in the road, which I've shown many times on my videos with the warning for day hikers. We're of course heading this way over to Maple Leaf Lake, and it's only a 4.8 kilometer hike, so not so long. We'll get lots of time on site, and yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm loving this cooler weather, but that hasn't stopped me from sweating. I'm already sweating. What is wrong with me? I know, I'm fat. That's why I'm sweating. Jackson, you're not sweating, are you?
No, not yet.
Because he's skinny. He doesn't have a coat on like I do all the time. Well, what are you gonna do? Lose weight! Here we go. Here's the first little hill. Just to warm you up. There's rain falling from the leaves. Feels pretty nice, especially since it's not active rain. There's beautiful mist on the sides of the road and through the trees on our drive in. Hopefully tomorrow morning we'll get some views like that off the lake. That would be nice. And yeah, I'm excited to have a campfire again finally. And yeah, I'm out of breath climbing this hill, as you can hear. With the amount of leaves already on the ground and the fact that they're wet, the smell is awesome. Just like every autumn. So earthy and nice. Oh, I'm so excited to be back out in the woods again. Hey Jackson,
Yepers.
Your last trip was in May and you got the full gambit of weather.
That's true.
And bugs and even snow all in one weekend.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and a severe thunderstorm. Nothing like that in the forecast for this trip. But you never know. Time to take off the jacket. Finally getting hot, skinny guy.
Yeah. Can't help that one.
There is a little bit of humidity in the air still, but I'll take it. Well, coming up to our first little stream, and if you recall this from my August video, it was bone dry, but I mean that stream is bone dry right now. And this water area here, this pond, is still dry. So yeah, things haven't recovered yet from that really, really hot summer. Yeah, a little bit of color on the trees there. And we got Jackson in the woods. Hey, how's it going?
It's going. How are you?
You enjoying yourself so far?
Very much so.
Good. Any day in Algonquin's a beautiful day, isn't it?
That's right.
All right, next stream here. And it looks dry still as well. It will make it easy to cross. You do miss the sound of rushing water, which is a beautiful part of being in the park and the waterfalls. But today we have wet rocks. There you go, see? That's okay too. There's not a single thing you can complain about here. Oh, looks like I don't even need to cross over there. You just do it right here. It's still completely dry. Just have to make sure that none of this mud that's down there is actually covering up a hole. So you don't want your leg to accidentally go through if it's filled up with a bit of debris with mud on it. And of course, wet wood is always very, very slippery. So you got to be careful. I don't need a repeat of my fall from my last video. Luckily that was just into mud. Lots of these shrooms coming out now. And these are the ones that when they're dry and you hit them with your hiking pole, they'll get a puff of spores that come out of them. Looky, looky, we got sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. I promise I won't do that again. That was awful. I will never do that again. You have my word. I can hike, I can't sing. Wow. It's beautiful out now. The sun. I love it. So, we just passed a woman solo hiking. And she stayed at Maggie Lake last night, and she was telling us this funny story that up ahead, and we're going to pass it before Maple Leaf Lake, that someone decided to, I got to show you this a second, this is really cool. Look at the fungus on that tree. Isn't that cool? Nice and bright, still with that sun hitting it. Wonderful. Okay, sorry, I squirreled out there. So she was telling us that somebody has brought their backpacking gear, or at least a portion of it, in on a cart that you would pull behind you with wheels. So she said there's some stuff in it, and it looks like it's just been abandoned. And they made it 4.4 kilometers into the park with this thing. So when we see it, I'm going to show it because I think that's hilarious. I don't think it's hilarious that it got dumped there. I hope whoever left it is still out there and is going to bring it back. But that somebody would actually attempt that is kind of funny because I don't think this terrain does very well with carts. Too funny. Well, let's see when we get there. All right, we are coming up to the bridge. And the woman was saying that the cart is just shortly after the bridge. Which, if you see this hill that comes after the bridge, that is just crazy that this person would bring that cart in. Okay, rounding the corner, you can see the bridge there. The bridge comes with a beautiful view, both directions. quite the nice bird. All right, let's have a look here. Let's go down on the bridge. First, we're going to look at the view left. Now this is the hill I was talking about though. Like, that's crazy that someone is bringing a cart in here. But look at that. And it's so even more beautiful when the water's really flowing. But we'll go this way. We have Jackson. And now, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now when those trees all change color back there, you can see it's already starting, but it's just phenomenal. Absolutely love it. Now watch as Jackson comes down here. Look, who brought a cart down here? I can't wait to see this cart. I gotta see what it looks like. This one's tricky because all those roots are wet. So they're also slippery. Whew. Good job. Man, am I huffing and puffing on this trip. You think over the course of the summer of hiking and hiking, I would have got better. Apparently I didn't. I gotta try harder. Well, here comes winter. And with winter comes some winter camping, right, Jackson?
That's right.
And that's just car camping, but that's fun too. Next year, though, I have a slew of different hikes planned and another 7-day. So excited for all of that next year. Well, we've come up to the cart, and what in the world? It doesn't even have big wheels. Looks like that front wheel broke. Wow, they brought their own firewood. Not an idea I would have come up with. What do you think, Jackson?
I don't have words.
That is, that's wild. You see stuff out here every single time. You think you've seen it all, and then you see more. Have a look at the way the water is pushing the foam. What a design that is. That's really cool. Water's just kind of sliding down the rock there, pushing in, creating this. That's fantastic. With the water level being low here on this creek, we're actually able to go out. Have a look.
So the dam burst.
Yeah, there we go, look. Yeah, you can see on the side there where it broke. Water was just gushing down here.
No kidding.
And down to there where those foam design was. Very cool. There we have Jackson up there. That's where I was a second ago. You can see the water comes down here into a nice pool. And then there's a little bit of a rock slide there. Look how it's dug out the rock there from so many years, and maybe centuries of running down here, and it's caused a gully in the rock there. So cool. And then down there you can see the foam again. To a large swampy area in there. Look at the red on that tree there.
Beautiful sunshine.
Oh yeah. Look at that. You can start to see blue sky now. Some more red and yellow. Wow. Now to get through the mud. On the stick. No falling, please. Don't be a dummy. Don't fall down. Good. Here we have some of the holes that the birds put in the trees. Look at that. All the way down. And of course, some good fungus growing up the side here. And of course, this one is completely dead. It's broken off up there. We're almost at Maple Leaf Lake. We can see it through the woods. And I think I saw the sign for it already. Woohoo! Okay, we're heading down the side trail now. Heading down to Site 5, which is where we need to be for tonight. So this is the other side of the lake from where we stayed in May, because we stayed on Site 1 then, which is on the south side of the lake. This time we're staying on the north side. So we're coming up to the fork here. That will bring us to our site. You can see the side trail sign on the left there, which is going to take you to sites 3, 2, and 1. And we're taking this side trail right onto a boardwalk, which will take us to site 5.
Yippers.
First, there will be an emergency site that we have to pass, which is right beside ours. We are passing Site 4 on Maple Leaf Lake, but there are people there, so I'm not going to go down there and show the site. The next site should be ours. Alright, we're looking through the trees here now over Maple Leaf Lake, but you can really start to see the color on the other side there. The reds and oranges and yellows. Man, another couple weeks it's going to be gorgeous. And that's exciting because I'll be here in a couple of weeks again. Yay! And more boardwalk here. A little more overgrown. Here, have a look. Don't be looking at my ugly face. Look at the beautiful trail which disappears right through here. Okay. Don't let me down, boardwalk, because I can't see. Oh, it's wet. Really wet going through those bushes. You get all the red berries on there. Oh, nice view of the lake through here. Jackson, I'm leaving them buried in the bushes there so it gets even more wet. And now we're going to go through here again. Cut through, come on. Yep. Yeah, that's... And I'm absolutely soaked now. You can't even see your step. There we go, we made it. But if you look at my pant legs, they are absolutely soaked now.
Quick dry.
Yeah, thank goodness for quick dry. So here's the emergency site. And over here is Site 5. Looks like someone is still here. We are a bit early. There are checkout times, so we've arrived before that, so we will see in a second. All right, so since we showed up early, and well, we have an emergency site right beside Site 5, so we're just going to hang out on site, on the emergency site, and give them their space so that they can finish up their morning. But look at here through the trees, the beautiful view of Maggie Lake. Isn't it just absolutely gorgeous? Did I say Maggie? Maple Leaf. What is wrong with me today? Wow, there. maybe I was just stunned by the beauty, and so my words evaded me. Let's go with that. But yes, Maple Leaf Lake with some blue sky. Absolutely gorgeous. Gonna be a good night here. So now we're just gonna chill out for a little while, and then yeah, we'll carry on with the day. There we go. Got my chair out, resting a little, have a little snack. This is the way to do it. Jackson is struggling with his chair.
Yes.
Sometimes they fight back. So if you look on the ground here, you can see all bits of bark, all of this here, all the way around like a carpet. It's all bark off of this beautiful widowmaker right here. And that is completely dead, and all the bark is falling off. This is the emergency site. But I would say with the size of that tree, anywhere you set up your tent on this site could be dangerous if that tree were to come down. Yeah, it looks like somebody's used it for their bear line too. All right, we're on site now, and it is just about 1 o'clock. So I believe I'm going to set up my tent right here. Looks like a nice spot. Get a breeze off the water. If I put my door that way, I might do that. And not too far from the fire pit here, sitting area. Far enough, hopefully, that no little hot ash go over there and land on my tent. And the wind is coming off the water, so those things would tend to blow this way. And it looks like our toilet, our thunderbox, is over there. So we'll get tent set up, and then we will look for a place to hang our bear lines. And we have tent. If the wind or the rain holds off tonight, maybe I can sleep with my door open. Get the breeze. I love that. All right, well, got my tent set up, got my sleep system set up, and it was time to break out my down sleeping bag again. I believe the night's going to get cool enough to do that. So this bag has been pretty awesome, and I should give a shout out to Bryce Huffman, who gave that to me. He's actually a tattoo artist, and I'll put his name at the bottom there if you're looking for a tattoo artist. He is fantastic, and he's actually the gentleman who did my moose tattoo on my chest. And he's tattooed 6 members of my family now, so very cool. And thank you, Bryce, very much for this very comfortable sleeping bag. So yeah, and I have my 4-inch mattress I brought for this trip. Might as well be comfortable. It's only one night. Might as well carry the weight. And then my mech pillow, which is awesome. I love it. It's very comfortable. I get a really good sleep in this sleep system, so even if the ground's a bit rough or whatever, still a good sleep. And now I just got to zip up. It's nice that there's no bugs. So Jackson is set up over here, and he has had a visit from a red squirrel a few times now, who actually he ran into his tent, if you could believe that. They're being pretty brazen. They are climbing all over our gear, going into his tent as he's trying to set it up. I mean, he's standing right there and the thing went in his tent. Yeah. So that's pretty funny. But it's almost time to just, well, we're gonna do some work yet, but we got to get some firewood. We got to hang the bear line. Toilet's over that way. Go check it out. But yeah, it's almost time for maybe a little lunch and then relaxing once we have our firewood. And the sun is still trying to poke out up there. Pretty cloudy still, but you can see still some blue sky. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this campsite. We're on site 5 on Maple Leaf Lake, so it's pretty large. You can see I have my tent here, and this was a really nice tent pad actually. And then the benches here are pretty nice. Fire pit looks good. There's a little TLC, I think. Some big logs to sit on there or use as tables. So lots of room here. This is the main path just out there, but I mean, you could put tents in here, and it looks like, oh, that's the trail, so you don't want to be there. But Jackson is on another tent pad, and then yeah, the site goes to about here. But then you have an emergency site, so I was correct about that when I was remembering it. But this is the emergency site where we hung out at earlier. There's the Widowmaker and the fire pit and bench here that we sat at. So it's actually really nice. It's quite open in there. And let's go look at the access for water, because that is important. Now, as I recall, it wasn't too bad. It's down here. Down a little bit of a slope, which is nothing. So you can see down here. And then you can scoop out there for some water. A little bit of a sandy area. So you could actually stand there, enjoy a bit of the water. But I guess if you stand on that log there, you can reach out and maybe get some deeper water. But it's all weeds here, so that's not where you want to get your water from. Lots of minnows. I don't know if you can see them in there. But, and there's the view. And you can't complain about that at all. Look at that. Some of the colors showing. Yeah. I'd say this is a pretty good site. I wish the water access was a little bit better. Just in terms of getting to deep water. The scoop. Woo, don't fall in. Don't fall in. No, I did it. Saved it. Okay. So, but I'll look around. Maybe there's another spot. Scoop some water. It's a little deeper. Otherwise, I'll just beard hair. I'll take off my socks and shoes and just go in deeper water there. Scoop. That's not a big deal either. Yeah, that's site 5, folks. And we have Jackson again.
We're done. All set up.
Yes.
Quick lay down test.
Yeah.
So it's important not to fully blow up your stuff.
That is a good point.
It's going to be rock solid.
You got it. Yeah, give yourself a little cushion.
That's right.
For the pillow and for the sleeping mat is important not to fully inflate it, unless you like a really hard surface to lay on.
That's true.
But I'm old.
To each their own.
But my shoulders and hips get sore if it's too hard. So got to get your stretches in.
Yeah. That's what happens.
There you go, cracky crack. All right, well, looking around the sites, I found some garbage. And you know what? Like this year, I've spent more time in the park than normal. And I've really seen, like, everywhere I've gone, every site I've been to, I'm finding garbage that people are dumping. Like, I'm a little bit appalled by it, honestly. And I mean, there's the cart that we saw earlier. And I don't know, the other years either I didn't notice it or it wasn't so bad, but this year there's just garbage everywhere. Like, I don't understand why people are coming back here and just dumping their garbage. Like this here, somebody brought in like a lunch box. Yeah, like full on lunch box with stuff in it. And they've just dumped it here. I'm going to collect it because I'm only here for one night, I don't have a heavy bag. And I'm heading out of the park tomorrow. So I think I'll pack it out with me, but I don't know, it's almost depressing to see the amount of garbage that people are leaving. Why are you coming out here and doing that? Look, and over here, more plastic. Maybe that's off the plastic I just grabbed, but still, we're not done. Come with me. There's more. I've only been on the site for half an hour and I've found a ton of garbage already. You know, I've been finding tin cans and on other sites. Tin cans and plastic and just tons of stuff. I don't know, maybe not all of it is someone dumping it, but there's an awful lot. And I'm only on one site. Okay, so here is someone's shorts. Looks like women's shorts. So let's see if I can get that in here. I'm not incredibly happy to touch this, but I'm also not incredibly happy to leave it behind. So I guess I have to pick it up and put it in. You know, if I'm going to sit here and complain, I also have to do something about it. And on this trip, I can. Oh well. I don't know that touching that plastic was any better, but little tried to get away on me. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so we're at the next piece, and a piece of foam. So that's easy enough to pack into here, and I should be able to stuff this. It's not dirty, at least, so I should be able to stuff it in my backpack and take it home, and maybe I'll find other garbage. Okay. So with a short little survey of the site, I found a bent tent pole, peg, I should say, a shoelace, and an oxygen packet. So those will all fit in that bag too, so that'll come home with me. Well, it won't come home, but it'll go in the garbage. I'm not going to leave it here. What do you think, Jackson? Pretty gross, eh? No words.
No words. Right.
What are you having there, Jackson?
We are having a little mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese from
Alpine Air. If I can
and
get
if
this
you look,
thing off.
you got a spider going up the side of the package there. Here we
Okay.
go. They have some newly designed packaging.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if that means they've redone the type of food or just the packaging as a marketing change. But Jackson will let us know how that tastes.
Yes, if I can get this off.
He's trying to do this without getting third-degree burns from hot water. It's one of the hard things with the jet boil is getting the thing off of the burner.
Yeah, it likes to stay in place.
Likes to hug there a little bit. So little mac and cheese for Jackson.
That's right.
Boom.
Boom, baby, boom. I am now on the hunt for a spot
to hang the bear line. So, like I've said before, one of my favorite tricks is to go down towards the Thunderbox and then have a look through there. So that is where I'm heading here. Down the path, through here, until I reach the Thunderbox. Well, this one's well hidden, that's for sure. That's good. A little bit of privacy for those moments where you're not at your best. There it is. And now start looking around some of these trees for a good one for the bear line. Bear line. How about that? That works. Bear line. Well, I don't even know if that showed up on camera, but that, I'm pretty pleased with that throw, because that branch is way up there. It's about 20 feet up, because I have a 50-foot rope. So I might even be 25 feet up there. I just threw that and somehow managed to get it around that branch way up there. That was pure luck. Yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, now that the bear bag is hung, time to use my Yucca Ultralight to go get some firewood. Because tonight we get to have a fire. It's not so hot. We can do it, and there's no fire bans. I love this saw. I come to Algonquin is for the free pedicures. They're nibbling away at my toes. Stack these rocks more on this side because that's where the wind is coming from. Give the fire a little protection. That didn't work at all. Okay, so that's a little bit better. can see I put a wall on that side, and that's to block the wind a little bit, but also now if we sit on this side and we're cold, that'll help reflect the heat back at us. Okay, so I am on the hunt for a little bit more kindling and stuff to start the fire with. I don't think I have enough. So here we go, back into the woods. So you can see that the bush is actually pretty thick here. If I go back here. Now look at this stuff here too, this moss I'm walking on. Really soft and spongy, and it's wet underneath. So just got to be careful that I don't go through any holes or anything, but if you see the bush here, once I get to about here, is actually pretty thick and hard to get through. So that really limited how far I could go from the site into the bush to try to find wood. And a lot of things here that have fallen, and are other trees that have been like just pulled down, and so they are not actually dead. So I don't want to use them. They're not good firewood, and you're not supposed to take any live wood. So my mission right now is just to find more small pieces of wood to help keep the fire, or get the fire going. I found a little bit of birch bark here on the ground. It's dry. I'll use that. But I also have to find a bunch of other little kindling that I can take. The sun's going down. It's only like 4:30, but the sun's already pretty low. Through the trees here, you can see it. I think we're going to get a gorgeous sunset off the site. So I'm definitely going to be sure to film that. And, well, would you look in here? Looks like I might have a good amount of smaller stuff to help get the fire going here. Get it crackling. There and there and there. So let's continue this hunt and get that back to the site. I've built up the fire now. There's a nice wall on that side. Block that wind and reflect heat back to us. I got it started here with some birch bark in the middle. More dry birch bark and little things here. Some more little there. And we have our firewood there. Not a lot of firewood. There wasn't a lot out there. But because today was such an easy hike and I'm not really tired from it. So normally I use fire starters. I might again tonight. But I'm going to try to use my flint to get this going tonight. See if I can spark it alive instead of cheating. But if I can't, I'm going to cheat. I don't care. But I hope, fingers crossed, that it'll work. Because I'm going to be filming it. And I'll be embarrassed if I can't do it. Well, it's 5 o'clock and it's time for dinner. My stomach is telling me it's time. I've worked up a bit of an appetite. Tonight I'm having Mountain House beef stew. Always got to remember to take the oxygen package out. No, it ripped too far. No, it didn't. Okay, good. Thought I pooched my package, but I'm all right. Woo-wee, toasty hot. Ooh, that smells really good. What do you got there tonight, Jackson?
You got a little Alpine Air Three bean Trailblazer chili.
I am glad I am not in your tent tonight.
Yes.
You can keep your chili to yourself.
All right, Mr. Beef Stew.
Yes, I keep my beef stew to myself. All right, Mountain House beef stew, don't let me down.
Yeah.
That's yummy.
Looks good.
2 thumbs up, 1, 2. Now, if I only had some nice fresh bread, that'd be so good. Well, looks like it's completely clouded over, so we may not get that stellar sunset we were hoping for. But we'll see. Things can change. So you can see inside there, that is so good. There's potato and carrots and peas and chunks of beef. That's yum. And I don't know. I don't think there's corn, but that would have been nice. Corn would have been a nice touch. But as it is, that's really, really good. Mwah. So now that dinner's done, I am going to have myself a vanilla cappuccino from Tim Hortons. That's my little after dinner drink. And then I always like to have a little snacky. I got some M&Ms. Because you don't stay this size by skipping your snackies. Always enjoy that while I'm out here taking in that view. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. And I hope we still get some sunset. Because the cloud cover is pretty thick. You know, it's become a tradition now, and I like to do a shout out to my biggest fan. So I'd like to say hi, Mom.
Hi, Oma. Hey. Hey. Yeah.
He gave you a what for, didn't he?
Well, did you see what he did?
No.
He was on top of my tent.
Was he?
Yeah.
Like on the very top?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What a creep.
What the hecky?
Well, it's that time to hang the bear bags. Time to go over to the rope over here, hang them up for the night, and hope that they're there in the morning. But I think they will be, because these bags are going to be hanging 20 feet in the air. Still can't believe I nailed that throw. But on my second throw, so it took me 3 throws to get it up there, so that was good enough. But the second throw, that rock came back down and almost hit me in the face. That was pretty close. Kind of scared me, actually, because I'd have been missing a few teeth, I think. But as it is, it didn't do it. So I can live to throw another day. Okay. Now the hope is that that branch doesn't break. Not this time of night. So that would suck, having to rehang the bear bag. Now, I brought the wrong bag. I brought my stove. All right, I got the proper bag now. Instead of hanging my stove and putting my food in my tent. All right. That is the highest my bear bags have ever been. That is hilarious. Well, I was going to do a sunset time lapse, but that's all we're getting for a sunset tonight. I don't think we're going to see much else than that. Still very cool, but not what I was hoping for. I don't know if you can see the lines in the water down there, though. That's a duck with a bunch of babies. It's pretty late in the year to have a bunch of babies, but she's doing it. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. I have a bunch of birch bark in there. We're going to see if we can't get it going.
Good job. Nice work.
Well, we'll see if it actually takes.
That birch bark is wonderful.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, it took a few strikes on the flint, but it looks like it took. So now we just got to keep it going. Looks like we're clearing up a little bit for now. Maybe we'll get to see some stars yet. That'll be super cool. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As you can hear, ooh, a loon. But that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the neighbors. You can hear them on both sides. Nobody's being a jerk though, they're all just having a good time. I don't mind that. Ah, we hear a loon, I love it. I'm glad we still got to hear one this time of year. Well, it's been fun. I wish my camera would show the stars because the night has become clear and we can see millions of stars. It is absolutely fantastic, and you can see the satellites going over. But it is time to hit the hay, so I need to put out this fire. So I'm going to use my big Ziploc bag that I used to put out the root fire to put out our fire. Make sure it's completely out before going to bed. It's 10 o'clock and we put out the fire and now it's time for bed. It was a long day. Got up at 4:30 this morning and then we did the 3-hour drive in and the 2.5-hour hike, which shouldn't be that long, but because of my filming goes a little bit longer. And then spent a great day on site. The rain held off from this morning. It was raining a little bit when we drove in, but nothing while we're in the park. So that's been fantastic. And yeah, tomorrow's going to be another great day on the hike out, and it's supposed to be sunny as well. So the loon is going again. Beautiful. All right, well, I'm going to check out for the night. See you in the morning. It's morning. It was a pretty uneventful night. I slept pretty good. It cooled down a little bit, not too much though. It was a little bit warm in the tent at first and cooled down enough that it was really comfortable throughout the night with my sleeping kit that I had. I heard loons through the night. I heard an owl this morning. I'm pretty sure I heard some wolves, but I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, now it's quite cloudy. The sunrise is behind us, so we're not really seeing a whole lot. There's not any wind. Pretty calm. Forecast is calling for a fairly sunny day today, so hopefully that is still the case. And then we will take our time this morning and get things packed up, hike out back to the car, and then just like that, another Algonquin weekend is gone. They go by so fast. Jackson, it's 20 after 7. Did you hear the squirrel just try to climb your tent?
Oh, I've been doing that all day.
That's funny. Jackson just had a red squirrel try to climb his tent but skidded down the side of it. It was funny.
Hi.
Morning.
Oh my lord. It's like a baby birth canal.
You have a good sleep?
That was awesome.
Good. Hear any animals through the night?
Yes.
What'd you hear?
Squirrels. I heard an owl.
And an owl, yes.
Yeah, it was really cool. But squirrels attacked me multiple times.
Yeah, they were jumping on your tent. I saw them.
Yep.
And then sliding down.
Yes, I think they found a slide. And then they would come up right underneath because between my mat and the weather protection, there's a little like side wall. And they would come up right to the side wall and
buggers.
Yeah.
think I spotted a little bit more garbage here. Well, it's not an easy to get to spot, but I'm going to do it. I don't want to leave it. It is down there, a white spool for maybe rope or something. That doesn't need to be here. Let's see if I can take that home too. Get it out of the park. I think it's time for some breakfast and coffee. I was pretty happy with the ferro rod yesterday. That worked really well to get the fire going. I mean, I'm sure I can do a lot better, but that was my first time in the backcountry starting a fire with a ferro rod. I've done it at home, but that's easy, right? Because you can really prepare for it. But yeah, out here, that was my first. So in my last video, I was using MSI or MSR canister, and was commenting on the fact that so much fuel would release when I put the stove on, but I guess I just didn't realize before that it happens with these ones too. This morning's coffee treat is Nescafe Mocha. Ready! Wonderful. And for breakfast today, I'm doing my little granola with powdered milk. Works out really, really well. It's tasty and seems to be like a great breakfast. Keeping me energized on the trail. Just have to add a little bit of water. Alright, got the bags all packed. I just want to show that I'm actually taking the garbage and wasn't just making a big stink. Get rid of that when I get back to the trailhead, and the garbage is there. And yeah, then that'll be another trip done already. They go by so fast, it's unbelievable. Let's do this. Well, we're on the trail again, heading back to the trailhead. Should take us a little less time because I won't be filming quite as much on the way back. Should take us an hour and a half, 2 hours to cover the short distance. And hopefully we'll see some wildlife, but I have my doubts. Fingers are always crossed. Okay, we're here at Site 4, Maple Leaf Lake. Doesn't look like anybody's on it anymore. So we're gonna go have a quick peek. See what the site looks like. Looks like it's better to go down here. Okay. So it's got some nice tent pads. It's also fairly large, but the views are way better. So here around the fire pit. And let's see the water access, because the water access on site 5, I would say, was only a 2 out of 10. But I don't know if that's your water access. That's not awesome, but you do get a great view. I have to see if there's another spot for water access. Okay, let's have a look. So not a bad fire pit. And looks like, okay. So yeah, it looks like there's a rope to climb up and down there. But you do have water access down there. So it looks like decent water access, but you do have to work for it. You got to go down. And you got to go down here to get there. And there's a rope that somebody's left for that. That's pretty intense, actually. But overall, the site is quite nice because the views. Can you get the colors on the trees across the way? That is beautiful. So I might try this site again at some point in the future, because overall it doesn't look too bad. And it was a little bit off the trail, so a little bit of privacy. What do you think about this one, Jackson?
I really like it. I really love this rock root enclave here.
Yeah.
Very neat. And the views are spectacular here.
Yeah, the views are really good here. So if you don't mind working a little bit for your water, it certainly is a beautiful site. And with that little boardwalk, we say goodbye to Maple Leaf Lake for another trip.
Nice work, Mark.
All right, all right. Now we go up here. With that, we are now on the main trail of the Western Uplands, heading south towards Highway 60 and the Western Uplands Trailhead. Look at the glow of the green of the trees. Isn't that beautiful? That's going to be gone soon. Oh, we even have some red here. Soon it'll just be bare branches as the winter comes again. The cart's still here, but it looks like someone's removed the stuff. So I wonder if this will become the green boots of Algonquin Park. And it'll be like, yeah, you're almost there. It's just past the black cart. I don't know. Maybe. But the toilet paper and the wood that was in it has been removed. Okay, well, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I just don't think I can leave the cart behind. So I am gonna do my best to get it out of the park, since my bag isn't so heavy and I only have about 4 kilometers to go. This I don't even know how these people did this. This is hard empty. It's only got my hiking pole in it. Oh well. I can do what I can. Get it a little bit oh, I'm stuck already. Alright. Here we go. So we've got to cross the rocks here. Luckily, water level is not high. So, all right. No slippies. Ooh, I just slipped. I was gonna say, still beautiful down there. Okay. All right. Get this thing over the hill. Here we go. Yay!
Good job, Mark.
Look at that, the sun's out. I love it. Well, I got tired of dragging this thing, so I tied it off here like this, and I'm gonna try to carry it out instead. Let's look back in here. I don't believe it was sunny yesterday. Look at that view, baby. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. There's the sun. Love it. Well, we can really hear the road now, so we're definitely getting a lot closer. The end of this trail is coming. The end of another Algonquin trip. Man, they go by too fast. I just love being in here too much. Well, I'll be back again soon. I have 2 more trips this year, so very, very excited about that. And then it's going to be a very long winter. Well, we're getting close to the end. Cars are really loud, and these boardwalks here mean that we are just about there. And then we're gonna go to Huntsville for some lunch. Yeah, some well-deserved fast food.
Time while you find your footsteps and I breathe again. There's a new connection that's as old as when love was all that mattered and you were young and free. I'm all to you, you are all to me. Now's the time, now's the moment. Yeah, now I see. Turn my head round and make you smile back at me. Now's the time, now's the moment. Yeah, now I see. Tell you that there is nothing that's out of reach. We are the dreamers, the light keepers, we are one. This is our time, this is our time. We are the dreamers, the light keepers, we are one. This is our time, this is our time.
hope you enjoyed this video, Mom.